All right, boys and girls, glad you are back. This is week 2, day 2. So we are doing a game today called Kick Skee Ball. Okay? So it's like skee ball, except we're going to be kicking. Okay? And I'll be showing you how to play in just a minute. Kicking a ball or sock or anything that's soft would be a good idea so you don't break anything in containers for points. All right? So our unit is kicking. The learning target is to kick correctly, and I'm going to be showing you that. We're going to be practicing that together in just a minute. Our standard is motor skills and movement patterns, and our higher order thinking question is which game, basketball or kick skee ball, was more fun and why? Okay? And if you're in one of those, I think there were 3 classes that didn't play basketball. I'll tell you about it at the end, okay? And you'll know, you'll be able to just kind of say what you think, okay? Or you could try it, and then and that's fine too. All right. So how to kick at a target. So you're going to, I'm going to read it and then I'm going to show you, okay? So let's review how to kick toward a target. You plant your other foot, which would be your opposite foot, beside the ball, then sweep your dominant foot toward the target, kicking the ball or sock or whatever you're kicking inside with the inside of your foot. And we do that because when you're kicking with the inside of your foot, it's just a lot easier to be accurate, to get that ball to go where you want it to go, because it's a much bigger area of your foot than when you're kicking with your toe. Okay? Toe is for other reasons, which we'll get into later. All right, so let's practice together. So I'm going to change the camera to where you can see me completely, and I want you to do this with me, okay? So you need to get up, and you don't have to have a ball yet. I know that some of you are going to need to go get your equipment that you need, but I just wanted you to practice with me. And I'm going to kick towards you so you can see, or towards, the video, so you can see what we're doing. And then when I show you how to play the game, I'll be kicking towards my target. Okay, so right now, my target's the computer. It may hit the screen. That means that, then that's why I'm using a yarn ball. One of the reasons, okay? So what you want to do, like I said, you're going to plant, in this game, you're going to plant your foot. So if I'm trying to kick the ball at the computer, I'm going to point my toe at the computer, okay? And then I'm going to take my foot that is my kicking foot, which should be on the same side as my throwing hand, okay? And I'm just going to sweep. This is sweeping. You're going to go straight ahead and boom. I missed it by just a little bit, but that was a pretty good kick. And if I'm kicking towards this box, probably would have gone in because it's such a big box, okay? So that's how we're going to kick. Let's try one more time together. I hope you're up and doing this with me. So you're going to plant your opposite foot beside the ball, and then you're going to take and of course moms and dads, especially with our younger kids, you can help with this. You're going to take your kicking foot, okay, and we're kicking with the inside of our foot because it gives us a lot bigger surface area to kick the ball, okay? Because if you're kicking with your toe, you might miss. With this great big side of your foot, you're good to go, okay? So we're going to sweep, and when I'm trying to hit the computer, let's see how I do. Sweep. I missed it by a little bit, but that was a pretty good kick, okay? Now, for the game, those of you that played basketball with me, you're going to be using the same equipment. So you need something that you're going to kick. And last time I told you when we were throwing that you could throw all kinds of things. A ball's really going to work best for this game because it rolls. But just like I showed you back in the spring, you can take a sock and roll it up, and that works too if you don't have a ball. Or one of my little friends earlier, I told her just take a piece of paper and squish it, and it becomes a ball. Okay, so that's another option. But I'm going to use the yarn ball. You use whatever you got. Now, last time when we were playing the other game, I told you to use this to stand behind, something to stand behind. We're not going to do that this time because if I have this on the ground, the ball's going to get stuck on it. So we're not going to do that. Just pick a spot for it to kick from. Probably if you put something like if I'm going to kick beside this refrigerator, that's good. That helps me remember, okay? And I'm going to kick a little closer so you can see me, okay? So if I'm kicking and I've got my number 1 box, this is for kindergarten and first grade. Everybody's going to have a box that's 1 point, but for kindergarten and first grade, you guys are only going to kick into 1 box or 1. Remember, you can use what you used last time. Just instead of being up, we're going to turn it over. Okay, you don't have to have a 1. I just got the 1 on here so you guys can see that it's 1 point. Okay, and that's going to be your big box. Okay, so I'm just going to plant my foot and boom, it went in. Even if it comes back out, you can count it as a point. So now I've got 1 point. Okay, try again. I'm going to kick 2 points and then just keep adding your points. Okay, now if you're in 2nd or 3rd grade, you're going to take that box that was 3 points, or that basket, or that whatever you were using, turn it over, and now you've got your 3-point box, okay, to kick into. So if I'm playing the game, and I'm going to pretend I'm left-footed this time, which some of you are, so you can see better what I'm doing. And if I want to kick it in the 3, I missed. I kicked it in the 1. So now I've got 3 points. And if I want to kick into the 3, all right, boom, I missed. Maybe I'm too far away. So I'm going to use my other foot. That's why I'm missing. So boom, it goes in. I said if it goes in, it's good, even if it comes out. So now 3 plus 3 is 6. And just keep adding your score. That's for 2nd grade, okay? And 3rd grade. If you're in 4th, not sure if you could hear me. If you're in 4th or 5th grade, you're going to have a little box, and as you can see, this one is medium, this one is large. You're going to have a little box that's 5 points, okay? So now, let me try coming over here. Maybe that's better for you guys to see. If I want to try to kick it in the 5 box, oh, that's a tough one. Missed, okay? Maybe I try a little closer. Missed. Let's say I get even closer, wherever you need to be, right? Boom, it goes in. 5 plus, I think I had 6, that makes 5 plus 6 is 11. So just keep adding your score, okay? So when you're in 4th and 5th grade, you can kick in any of these boxes. Once again, 2nd and 3rd grade, you're just going to have these 2, okay? And then kindergarten and 1st grade, you're just going to have the 1, okay? And it's 1 point, okay? And like I said, you can use any kind of container you want, any kind of ball you want, or roll up a sock or wad up a piece of paper and you've got a ball, okay? So those are all the different things you can do, all right, to play this game, okay? So what I want you to do now is go ahead, gather your materials, or if you played the basketball with me last time, the throwing game, and you remembered what I said, you've already got your materials. You can start playing right now, okay? And I want you guys to play this game for about 15 minutes, okay? And I want you to stop the recording that's on right now. So you're going to hit pause, play the game for about 15 minutes, keep up with your score. So every time the ball goes in the box, add to your score. And then I'm going to ask you what your score is when you're finished, and I'm going to ask you our higher order thinking question, okay? So stop the recording right now, hit pause, and then start it again after you play the game for 15 minutes. So I'm just going to wait. All right? I'm going to assume that you stopped the recording, you played the game, and now I'm going to ask you how many points do you have? You can tell, obviously, someone that you know in your house, in your apartment, because you're not going to be able to share with me since this is a recording. We're going to go back to our PowerPoint. We're going to go to the next page. And we're going to do our higher order thinking question, okay? And our higher order thinking question, which I told you at the beginning, was which game, basketball, which for the kids who didn't do basketball, we were throwing instead of kicking, which you can still do that whenever you have time. We were throwing, we turned the boxes up and we were throwing in instead of kicking. So which game, basketball, where you were throwing, or kick skee ball, which you were kicking, was more fun and why? So talk to someone that you live with about that, and then go back to your classroom meeting with your teacher whenever she said to come back, okay? So think about what time PE is supposed to be over, and since this is a recording, if it's over too early, just take a break and then come back whenever your teacher said to come back. Thanks for doing PE, and I'll see you guys next time for online PE.